Hi, my name is Natalie Portello. I'm a golf performance specialist. I help clients through corrective, high performance exercises and kinesiology. Now, I first studied golf conditioning way back in 2003, and since then I've studied kinesiology, anatomy and motion, I've done strength training, nutrition, sports nutrition, neuro drills, absolutely anything that you can imagine that would affect your golf swing, I have studied. And I've combined all my skills to design and develop the best golf conditioning program out there. My goal is to help golfers move better, play better, but also feel better and look better. So this blog is about the 3 top flexibility exercises for your lower body. I'm going to tell you how to increase your hip flexors, hamstrings and ankles. So first of all, hip flexors, this bit here. These inhibit your abs from switching on and your core muscles, and we all know how important core muscles are for your golf swing, for your stability and to reduce your back pain. If you have tight hip flexors, you won't be able to perform a full backswing. Tight hip flexors will limit your trunk rotation, and limited trunk rotation can actually cause any fault to your golf swing. It will also decrease your distance on your drive, and tight hip flexors will kill your straight shot. The second exercise I'm going to show you is how to improve flexibility on your hamstrings, the back of your legs here. Now, tight hamstrings will affect your address posture the most, but it will also decrease the amount that your pelvis can rotate. So tight hamstrings will limit your pelvis rotation, which will then cause excessive flexion in your lower back. So tight hamstrings will cause you to overuse and overstretch your lower back, which can cause back pain and backache. And again, too much flexion in your lower back can limit your trunk rotation. The third exercise is ankles. Ankles are seriously overlooked in golf conditioning, and they're really, really vital. Limited ankle rotation can actually cause compensation anywhere in your body. The top 3 places that I see compensation happen due to limited ankle rotation is a compensation where people overuse their spine, overuse their hips or their shoulders. And limited ankle rotation can cause pain in your knees, hips or back. If you have limited left inward rotation and limited outward rotation on your right ankle, that's going to limit your backswing. If you've got limited rotation, outward rotation on your left ankle, that will limit your follow through. So, the first exercise is for your hip flexors. I'm going to show you front view and side view. You can do these exercises anywhere. You can do them at golf course, at home, in the dressing room, wherever you want before you play golf. You can do these as part of your exercise regime, or you can just do these as your pre-golf warm-up, pre-golf, I like to call them mobilisation drills. So you can use a golf club if you want to steady yourself, tuck your pelvis under really tight and stretch over your head like that. You want to make sure that you don't end up like that. A lot of people end up pushing their hips out. You've got to stay really square, really straight on, tuck your pelvis under, and you want to stretch over your head. So I'll show you sideways, tuck your bum under. That does take a bit of practice. Don't worry too much. Just try and do it as best as you can. Imagine tucking your tailbone under, okay? So you're flattening your lower back. Belly button in, and stretch over your head sideways. Like that. You want to hold for 10 seconds, come out of the stretch, tuck under again, and repeat 3 times. So it's 10 seconds, 3 times. Now, that is a really good stretch, which will effectively increase your flexibility at your hip flexors. But you don't want to only do static stretches. Now, the only way a muscle will contract is after it's stretched. But also, a muscle stretch is much, much better after it's contracted. So you want to do exercises that, you want to do flexibility exercises that increase your range of movement through moving. A really good example of this is a lunge on a step. You can do these on the floor as well if you don't have a step available, but you can do it on a brick step, the bottom of your stairs at home. You can do these anywhere. So you could do these on the golf course, just without the step. So you're driving your knee forwards as far as you can, and you're stretching the back leg, so you're stretching this hip here. So, this will teach the muscle how to stretch and contract better, which will make it longer, long term, and increase your flexibility long term. It will also, any exercise and stretch that you do that will help switch on the muscle, any moving, dynamic stretch helps activate the muscle. So actually make you stronger for that golf match or golf game that you play. So you want to do about 4 with your arms straight up, really lengthening out through here. And then you want to do about 4 twists. So you've got some trunk rotation in there as well. And then over your head. So the reason we do these 3 movements is because your body has 3 planes of motion. You don't want to just stretch in one direction. So you can use a step as well. You're driving forwards for 4. And then you're going to twist for 4. Trying to push your knee forwards as far as you can and stretch through here as you go. And then over your head for 4 reps. Really lean over as you do those. And that will help increase your flexibility and your hip flexors. The second exercise I'm going to show you is to increase your hamstrings. This is so simple but really effective. If you've got an important golf competition tomorrow, the next day, the day after you do these for the first time, I don't recommend that. Even though this looks so simple, a lot of clients get muscle soreness because it actually switches the hamstring on. It activates the muscle. So a hamstring that is short and tight isn't activating very well, it's weak. So this will switch the hamstring on, which will cause it to activate. Obviously the muscle is going to get used and then it's going to get very sore. Once you've done these a few times, you won't get any soreness from them whatsoever, so it'll be fine to do right before you play golf, right before you've got competition. But just for the first, at least the first 1 to 2 times that you do it, just be sensible. If you've got a golf competition the next day and you don't feel like being sore in your hamstrings, then choose a different day to start them. All it is stepping forwards and reaching down. That's all it is. When I first started to do these, I could only go to about here. My hamstrings were really short. And now I don't even do them anymore. But I can reach all the way down. I haven't done this for a long time. Because my flexibility, due to the training that I do, has been increased long term. So don't worry about how far you can reach. You just reach as far as you feel comfortable. You don't want to lock your leg rigid, but you do need it to be straight, and you should feel a stretch here. If you don't feel it there, then you've probably got your leg too bent. So you think of a straight, soft knee, not locked, but straight. And you just reach as far as you can, like that. I would do anything between, I normally get clients to just do 3 to 5 reps. If you want to do up to 8, that's fine. So think 3 to 8 reps on each leg. And you just complete that on one leg first. So you just step and reach, that's all it is. And that will stretch and activate your hamstring. Now the last one is ankle rotation. So all you need for this is something to hold on to. It can be a wall, a tree, anything. It does take a while to get the hang of this, and you may need to look back at the video to check your technique. So the ankle I'm working on now is my left ankle. My right leg is used just to drive my left ankle round. So it's this leg I'm working. This is just used as a driving source, an anchor. So you need to drive around like that. Okay, so you want to put your right leg, aim for like towards 5 o'clock, 4 or 5 o'clock with your right leg, the opposite leg, and then back around. So this is driving right the way in with rotation on my left leg and coming back up. You want to make sure that you rotate fully up like that. Okay, straight leg. So bend your knee, drive your knee into the ground and round, into the floor, pushing your foot into the floor, and then come back out. Like that, and then bring your knee around and up. I'll show you on the other. You just keep your head straight ahead as well. So you look down at the floor is fine, but you don't want to look like I am towards the camera or away from you. So push your right knee in. So this time you're driving your left foot into the ground hard and aiming for about 8 o'clock would be fine. So just aim towards 8 o'clock, driving your right ankle into that rotation into the floor and then bringing it right back out. So you should get a twist through your foot. You might get some clicks through your foot as well if your joints are very tight. Round like that, and then bring your knee up as you come round. And that's it. That's my top 3 lower body exercises that will help increase your flexibility. These exercises will reduce the risk of injury, reduce your handicap, and can increase your drive. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.